How's it going, everybody? I had another thing I wanted to add to the video yesterday, real quick. Um, my cousin Sage, she texted me a few points that I thought were very interesting. Like I said in the first video, um, hobbies are something that you can do when depression isn't at a state where it's debilitating. So what happens with severe depression or trauma is you don't feel like you want to do anything, no matter how much you previously enjoyed it. There are things that you just don't want to do. And that kind of leads into the next point that she brought up. Um, because the only thing that I can think when depression gets to a state that is that severe is you got to go get help from a professional, right? A therapist. That's as good that as I can think of. Uh, and that's a privilege not everyone has. And that's also a resource that is not widely available to everybody. And if it is available, it's usually kind of expensive. Um, and what Sage brought up is she thought that hobbies were a privilege, and not everybody gets to enjoy hobbies the way that I might, which I found was a very interesting perspective for someone who needs to work, take care of a family, uh, is very busy. They might not have time for hobbies or money for hobbies. Um, I know when I first picked up the guitar, since my family, when I was in school, they helped me with rent. Uh, I was able to pay for lessons once a week because I didn't have to pay for rent once a month, uh, which is something that not everybody gets. Uh, and and furthermore, what I thought was interesting, what Sage said was not everyone has the bandwidth to participate in hobbies, and I was curious to see what her answer is. I texted her; she hasn't responded yet. What her answer to think if that's a societal issue or if that goes like individual to individual, and I think that more has to do with families than anything, and that leads me to another example of privilege is you can be born into a great family. You can kind of be born into a shitty one. I personally was born into a great one, and I'm extremely lucky. One that taught me how to have the bandwidth to deal with these hobbies and to pursue hobbies and to be disciplined in them. So that's something that I believe that I learned from my family, and I'm very lucky for that. And not everyone has that. Really, this video just made me, I guess, realize how lucky I am. Um, it also made me realize how many things that I take for granted that really are a privilege. There's so many things that I have better than other people, um, and I find that interesting. But I wanted to thank Sage for first of all watching the video and then giving her feedback. I think that's very interesting perspective, um, and one that I agree with. I mean, it's it's hard to worry about pursuing a hobby or wanting to pursue a hobby when you're busy making ends meet or you're so severely depressed that man a hobby sounds like shit. um, and what a conundrum, huh? But I'm lucky, I guess. Yeah, is really all I've come to. But yeah, that's it really. I appreciate it. Thank you, Sage. Thank you, everyone else. I appreciate the support. Yeah.